Hello, and thank you for joining us at Lazy Travel's Top 5 video. Today we're talking about the top 5 hotels in Paris that we like. And I've got Aaron here with me and Jackie. Aaron, you are our specialist for Europe.
Yes.
And Jackie, you lived in Paris for a year, right? So anyway, I'm in good company, and they probably know a lot more about it than I do, but I will chime in when I can, and I'll actually lead us off if you don't mind.
Sure.
We think we might have a lot of overlap. We haven't seen each other's list, but there's a chance we'll have some overlap here, but we'll see. First one, maybe not so much, number 5, is called the Hotel Regina. And on this list of 5 that I have, 3 of them are really quite pricey. Hotel Regina is not, and I'm not saying it's cheap by any means, but compared to the other ones, it's more of a value, more of a little bit, you save a little money at that one. And it's a nice hotel, really is, and a great location. It's going to be near the Louvre, and it's right by these gardens across the street from the Tuileries Gardens. Yeah, it's fantastic. I stayed there a few years ago and just enjoyed the location. The hotel was fantastic. Went across the street, spent on the gardens. It's a lot of fun. And again, compared to the other ones on my list, it's not as pricey as those are. So that's my number 5. What do you have for your number 5?
Okay, so it's called Littré, and it's really quaint and charming, located in one of my favorite areas in Paris, near Montparnasse, my old stomping grounds. What I like about this area is that you can do shopping, and you can actually go to an avenue that's really close from there and you'll find literally dozens of creperies, so you can have crepes. So yeah, there's so many things to do around that area, and even though I haven't stayed in this hotel, we do have it in our inventory, of course, and I always saw it, and I always thought it was really, really cute, so definitely one to go to.
I don't have old stomping grounds in Paris, so I feel kind of bad. But what's your number 5?
My number 5 is the Victoria Palace. It is, out of some of the options that we have, I would say it probably falls in like the middle price range, but I love it because it's on the left bank. The left bank is going to be kind of the more authentic Parisian vibe. You're going to have lots of little cafes and restaurants and little boutique shops. So I think it's a really great place to hang out. And again, it's just kind of, out of the ones I'm going to suggest, it falls a little bit in a better price range.
Okay. Number 4. Why don't you lead us off number 4?
Okay, so I have a Hyatt property. It's the Hotel de Louvre, and it's really close to the home of the Mona Lisa, the Museum de Louvre, and really close to Opera Garnier as well, and the gardens that he mentioned before, the Tuileries. Napoleon III, fun fact, actually demanded this hotel to be built right around the time that the World Fairs, what was it? The World Fairs was going on, to accommodate all the visitors coming from all around the world. So it definitely has history, and it's perfectly located, and it's a Hyatt property, so you'll be in good hands.
Getting a little intimidated by her pronunciations also.
Yeah.
Very French. No, you're great. You're doing great.
Totally got it.
You're great. Go ahead. Number 4.
My number 4 is the K&K Cahiers. It's also on the left bank. It is going to probably actually price a little bit less than the Victoria Palace. It's just a few blocks, a little closer to the Seine. So you're going to be close to the Notre Dame, you're still going to be in the left bank, really easy walking distance to a lot of things, and again, just a little bit more of a authentic Parisian vibe. Typically, people that have been back to Paris a couple of times, or people that live in Paris, they like to hang out on the left bank. So although the more northern side of the river, around closer to the Louvre or the Champs-Élysées, things like that, it's still nice, but it has a little bit more of a touristy vibe. The left bank is going to have, you're going to be hanging with the locals.
That's true. So true.
Good deal. Now my number 4 is one of the ones I warned you about that would be on the pricey side. It's the Peninsula Paris. It's right by the Arc de Triomphe, and this is, of course, an amazing hotel. Beautiful rooms. It is pricey, but some of the things that are really cool about it is that it has a lot of history with it. George Gershwin wrote An American in Paris while staying at this hotel, which is cool. Also, the Paris Peace Accord, which ended the Vietnam War, that was signed in this hotel, in one of the salons of the hotel. So great hotel, a little bit pricey, great service, great restaurants, but also some cool history along with it. Number 3.
Number 3 for me is going to be the Grand Hotel du Palais Royal. It is going to be close to the Louvre. The thing that I really like about this hotel is that it's very boutique. So it only has 68 rooms. So it makes you feel, even though it is, like I mentioned before, in that slightly more touristy part of Paris, still very central. And with it being boutique, you feel like even though you get all the luxuries of the hotel, you feel when you're walking up to it, you feel like, oh, maybe like I'm, have an apartment here or a flat, or you feel a little bit more like you're a part of Paris rather than staying in a really big hotel. And it's also part of the, I believe, small luxury world hotels. So again, top-notch service, really, really nice.
Cool. What I did, I've got a brand I like, and so I picked a brand and picked one of the hotels. I like Sofitel.
You're overlapping.
I do.
You're stealing mine.
But I like Sofitel, and like Sofitel, I think that's my wife's favorite hotel in Chicago, and it's such a good brand, and they've got a few hotels in Paris. The one I picked that is my favorite, and I'm now I know you're fluent. Sofitel Paris
I have that one as my third one.
Okay.
So yeah. Oh, cool.
Okay, so that is mine. Mainly, I like it better than the other ones, but I mean, it's my favorite of the group. But I really picked it for the chain itself, Sofitel. So if that's yours, why don't you go in and give me your reasons for doing it?
Well, yes, it's definitely a brand to be trusted. Sofitel has many hotels around the world, and this one in Paris doesn't fail to impress. It is located in the right bank, like Erin has said. This part of Paris is definitely more of a touristy vibe, but it's very elegant. Mm-hmm. It's actually located really close to Saint-Honoré, which is a street just full of luxury boutiques. So if you want to do some spending and spend some cash, you'll have Givenchy and Chanel and all that other brands that I can't afford. But one of my favorite things around there is that the famous La Durée, which they're famous for their French macaroons, is less than 5 minutes away. So you can have sweet treats every day while you stay there.
Cool. And also, I forgot to mention that while she's talking about it being in a very nice area, for my list, it's again one of the more affordable ones. Which is crazy because it's fairly expensive,
really,
but compared to my other list, it's okay price wise. Number 2, I'll lead off my number 2, the Shangri-La, and a beautiful. Again, this one's going to be on the pricey side, along with the Peninsula, and just a beautiful place. This was the former home of Napoleon Bonaparte's grandnephew. He was a prince, and has great views of the Eiffel Tower. Another thing that's really interesting about it is that it has 2 of its restaurants have Michelin stars. So I think one of them has 2, one of them has 1. But that's amazing to have one hotel with those type restaurants in it. Beautiful, great service, beautiful rooms, amazing restaurants. You're gonna pay for it. It's expensive, but that's number 2 on my list. How about you?
Shangri-La.
Really? Wow, we didn't compare lists ahead of time.
Like you said, it has a lot of history, and the thing that I like the most, it has the most amazing views of the Eiffel Tower I've seen. So definitely, if you want to feel like you're in Paris by looking at the Eiffel Tower, this is a good place.
So my number 2 is the Sofitel Paris. Like they
Okay.
Number 3. What I love about it is that Sofitel is actually a French brand, and so it's just like it is the essence of France and Paris. It's really amazing. The hotel itself, out of the other ones I've mentioned, the others I've mentioned are a little bit more traditional, a little bit more elegant. The Sofitel Paris is very chic. So they do offer like an elegant edge to it, but it's a very like chic, modern, classy. It's really beautiful. And they're also still going to be near the Louvre and the Champs-Élysées. And like she mentioned, fantastic shopping district. So again, for people that like their chic vibes, Sofitel offers it all.
You ready to lead us off number 1?
Okay, so I have Pavillon de la Reine, which is translated into Garden House of the Queen. It's located in the Place de Vosges, and this area is definitely different from the other parts of Paris because it's more quaint, more charming. Basically, it's this courtyard surrounded by green and gardens, and you'll definitely be, or you feel like you're in a different part of Paris because of that area, just more quaint and charming. I don't know why I'm repeating that, but this is actually where the French royalty used to live back in the day. So if you feel like you want to be treated like royalty, this is a good hotel. And then another famous person who used to live around this area is Victor Hugo. You know, the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Les Mis.
Yeah, the myth. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah.
Very cool. What's your number one?
My number one is the Peninsula. So
Oh, okay.
The reason being, I do think that it's fabulous. It's a very classy, you know, top-notch service. It is near the Arc de Triomphe, which when I stay, I actually prefer to stay a little bit more so towards that end of the Champs, because although I like visiting the Louvre and everything, around the Arc de Triomphe, I don't know, I feel like just the location, it's easy to walk to the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or wherever you want to go. It's kind of a good base area, and it's also, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. But my top thing about the Peninsula, their rooftop terrace, they have a restaurant on the top of their hotel. It is stunningly beautiful, especially at night. You can see the Eiffel Tower during the day or at night, but at night, especially if you have dinner on there at the restaurant on that top terrace, the Eiffel Tower lights up every so often, and it'll sparkle and everything, and it's just completely magical and romantic. I think it's amazing.
Very cool. My number one is the Ritz. And again, pricey, really, really pricey, but a phenomenal hotel. These guys have been recently renovated. Really, this is 2017, so it was renovated. I think it opened again last year after the renovation. But just an amazing. It's taking luxury to a whole another level. And they have some ridiculous things like you book the rooms, you get transfers to and from the airport. I think they meet you at the airplane almost. So a good thing about a hotel like that, we have arrangements with them where you book through us. We've gotten deals where we get automatic upgrades for our clients. So it's a really, really great thing. Free breakfast, which a few of these places have free breakfast, which can be important. You're saying some of these places like Peninsula, the Ritz, Shangri-La, those type of places, the food is expensive, and we've got it where you get the free breakfast, which can be a really good value. But what I would recommend, saying somewhere like the Ritz, or even a Shangri-La, something like that, you may want to do a couple of nights at this property, a couple of nights at a more affordable one if you can't do it the whole time. If you do that, I think I do the affordable one first, the more affordable one first, end up at the Ritz or at Shangri-La or at Peninsula or something like that. But do check out the Ritz, because I mean, this thing has gone, it's even above and beyond craziness as far as the luxury goes, even compared to Peninsula and Shangri-La. So you do check it out. It's amazing. Thank y'all so much for doing this, and thank y'all for watching. See you soon.